Hello, Father George Saltzman with the Harvard Catholic Center. We're here inside St. Paul's Church at the St. Joseph altar. And to the side of St. Joseph's statue, you can see a painting about the betrothal of Mary and Joseph. And I wonder if you look on the right side of the picture, if you notice anything in particular. The story that Nuns told us, which was from an old tradition and not required in any way by faith or study, was that various people had proposed themselves to be betrothed to Mary. There were the various suitors, and only one succeeded, and that was the fellow whose staff sprouted a lily. And so the old tradition, a pious tradition, not required to be believed, was that that was St. Joseph's. And so he became the suitor. And so in this you see the high priest helping the betrothal of Mary and Joseph. But what you see in the front is what they used to call in American history a disappointed office seeker. Because you see they have their staffs, and you see he has his, and he's so disappointed in not having come through for him, he actually has it breaking it over his knee. Do you see it there? He's breaking it over his knee. You might say a disappointed office seeker. Now, where that phrase comes in, and we've all heard it in school different times, has been poor President Garfield was assassinated, and that was someone who got him in, I think, Union Station in D.C., came close and shot and then effectively killed him for not having gotten him a particular job. And so he was called disappointed office seeker. And of course, that's exactly what you see there, a disappointed office seeker. President Garfield, an interesting guy, a college president, ambidextrous. He could write with both hands. And here's the kicker. Tell me if you know how many other of your friends can do this. He could write Greek with one hand and Latin with the other at the same time. Now, certainly that's a great skill to win money in pubs, don't you think? It's a remarkable thing. He also is known for a phrase which you may not know that he was known for, but you probably heard it. And it was a famous old line of his, that the best kind of education, and he was thinking of Williams College, speaking of the president. In those days, the presidents used to teach in the senior year a course of moral philosophy and conduct. And the best kind of education was Mark Hopkins. The way he said it was in a log school and on a single bench, and him on one end of the bench and you on the other, and that was the best kind of college education. The way it's come down to most of us, and again, this is sort of fixed in amber, is the best kind of education would be Mark Hopkins on one end of the log and the student, the college student, on the other. It reveals a profound thing, that there's nothing like learning from the living voice. Many of us are autodidacts. We didn't have a chance for this education or that, so we get books and we teach ourselves, and that's delightful. But there's nothing quite the same as being inspired by someone's voice and by someone's energy and verve. And that's what Mark Hopkins was known for. For over three and a half decades, he was president of Williams College, and it was a place with not much of a library. But with him as a teacher there, and of course overseeing the whole thing, he really transformed the place to make it a really notable college in American educational history. There once was a president here who was considered not to have his finger on the pulse of things that mattered, and so he was someone who wanted to scrap the tutor system and the houses and everything else. He was calling that into question. He was going to open the PhD to be offered by all the schools, and people wondered if that would make it a tawdry thing. And so people were really very concerned about what was going on. And in many ways, what people saw as the crux was that what goes on in the houses, where tutors and students eat together with the faculty deans, the difference that makes in an education. To hear from the living voice of one person to another, captured with enthusiasm, capturing others with enthusiasm. What a great thing that is. Mark Hopkins embodied that. It's a great line. We owe it to President Garfield. We're sorry the guy got him. Be careful of disappointed office seekers. And remember St. Joseph in this year of good St. Joseph. God bless you.